Well, today is the start of a brand new day. We're going to be pulling this immaculate factory condition 240SX up to where the cement is. And we're going to try to pluck this engine out today and getting ready for putting the new one in so I can get on with my drift dreams. Right? How could this possibly go wrong? So in the previous video you saw, we bought a KA24 out of a Nissan Frontier for 300 bucks. It didn't have basically anything that we needed on it because it was for a truck. And then I found a different guy selling an actual 240SX KA24DE for a little bit more money. For 450 bucks, I bought that. Once again, the spark plugs aren't actually really in it all the way, so it's probably another inch of dust on the pistons and the rings are probably effed. But that's the one that's going in. And it's got a red valve cover, so how cool is that? This is where I lose all of the skin on my knuckles. This is where I freak out.
Well, we didn't make it very far.
No, we didn't. Editor's note, lubricate these hoses before putting them back on. This is what it's like when I work on cars. Ow! This is how I know the project is going to go really well. So we're going to jack up the car so I can get the oil drain pan underneath it to drain the oil. So I can remove the oil filter so that I can get a wrench on the bolt that removes the positive to the starter.
What a great design.
Thanks, Nissan.
Thanks, Nissan.
So to remove the alternator, I had to undo a bolt that a lunatic tightened. To get the oil drain plug off, I had to use all of my strength because I think a lunatic tightened that one too. Now I'm trying to remove the oil filter, which was, I think, put on by the same lunatic. I think I was just so angry at this car for not running that I was just over tightening every single thing I could in hopes that it would fix all of its problems.
Did it?
No. Right size at all. This, too big. This, too big. This, too small. These, not strong enough. It's going great. Steven?
Yeah.
I pulled this filter off of the new engine,
Yeah.
which looks just immaculate. We could just take this in and find a thing that fits it.
We take that to AutoZone, and we get the wrench that fits that.
Yeah.
Zero chance that that same wrench fits that.
Why would you say that, though? Why wouldn't it be the same? Why wouldn't it be the same filter?
Why would it be the same? I will bet you every dollar of cash you have
Ooh, okay.
that is a different size than that.
Well, we're gonna find out. All right, now let's see you get this off with your hands.
You're not pulling a prank on me, right? You didn't RTV it on?
I don't think so. Good news, though.
What?
Once this oil filter's off, everything else is gonna be just
Oh, yeah.
super easy.
Absolutely.
Ooh, it's not. Do I have to do this? Oh, fuck. This looks a lot like the one on the car. I have a feeling I'm about to lose every dollar in my wallet. It's not officially over. Oh my god, it doesn't fit. If the wrench gets the filter off with the spacer, then it technically still worked, and I don't owe you all of the money in my wallet. Oh yeah. Is the sound you make when it doesn't work still. Okay, it's not gonna work.
So we're just going to move on with the oil filter in place?
fucking try.
Why? Why? Why did they just all of this? It's a fucking nightmare.
I think it's down to just the transmission bell housing bolts and the 2 motor mounts for this thing to come out. But the exhaust manifold is like a huge pain in the ass. I kind of think we have to take it off to get it out.
I'm pretty sure.
And to get it off, I have to remember the time that I stripped a bolt and then tried to re-tap it, but I tapped it sideways. So I drilled a new hole, but that was sideways too. And so I tapped the sideways hole. This is what it's supposed to look like. This one right here. That's the one. If you literally look really hard, like if you pause the video, you'll be able to see that that one comes straight out and that one is like drastically cockeyed. And fun fact, drilling that out went straight into the water jacket. So even if this had ran, it probably never would have, kept water in it.
I forgot about that.
I never did. Someone tells me the transmission needs oil.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it covered in oil?
Yes.
Cool.
So John's here, and Sam, and she has her glasses now.
Yay.
Here's where we're at. We're super not screwed. I wanted to show you something really quick. The guy, so the engine was in storage for quite a while, so he was cool enough to make these 3D printed exhaust cover plates, so that way air and dirt and all this crap doesn't get inside the engine. At the same time he was doing that, he must have thought it was a really good idea to take the spark plugs out of this engine too, so that dirt and rust and stuff could go inside of the engine. Here's my question. Why is it that Nissan people, when they want to store a KA, they take the spark plugs out of it to store it for over a year? All right, now we have both of the Montgomerys removing valve covers. Well, the day crew, Steven and I, just watch. Got the clutch on. Almost. I just realized, I thought it was weird that when I took the motor mount off, it fell apart in 3 pieces. Yeah, that's pretty ripped. R.I.P. Oh, God. Double God.
It's not even gonna hold the engine in place.
Because it's loose?
That's,
Oh, man.
that's totally gone.
Wow.
What a shitty design that is.
I wonder if that's why it ran so rough.
So, the whole project's completely derailed and super fucked. How could this possibly go wrong? John and Sam are gonna go home. Before they come over, they're gonna call all the auto parts stores in Junction City, try to find a new motor mount. We found out that the motor mounts are identical on either side, which is one good thing that Nissan has done so far. We're gonna pray to God and get that other motor mount so we can throw the new engine in and see if this puppy fires right up. Day 2. Steven and John woke up at 4 in the morning, I assume, and started calling every single person they've ever met to ask if they had engine mounts. No auto parts stores had them except for an AutoZone, but then John called some guy that had 5 engine mounts sitting on a shelf.
I don't know why I bought them all. We only needed one.
Now we have the engine mount so we can continue going. I'm cleaning stuff
Why are you cleaning the power steering pump?
so that looks pretty. So that way when the guy
That's what I said.
So that way when the guy that wants to buy this is like, wow,
Care about the power steering.
that's a clean power steering pump. And I'm like, yeah, mate, the whole car has been clean tip-top.
You're
Cheerio.
gonna do all this work, and the guy's gonna say, "I'm gonna put an SR in it. I don't care about the engine at all."
And then I'll
everyone's
say,
gonna be
well,
heartbroken.
this is really clean, and it's already been cut out for the SR modifications, so you'll be happy. We've got 2 more minutes of cleaning, and then it's time to throw that bad sucker in there and get my drift dreams going. John said not to get water inside of it, but I got a little bit of water inside of it. Reminds me of college.
What were you doing in college?
Nissan top tip. Don't ever use a tap on an assembled engine because the shaving will ruin everything on the inside.
Yeah, good advice.
So yeah, Mike, do you want to help me take this to the next fucking level?
What do you want my help with?
I'm gonna take more of this apart so I can clean it better.
What?
Stop. We're gonna put this engine in.
You're gonna be tapping for the next
What?
half an hour.
What part? What are you gonna do?
Just break it.
To clean what?
The break it.
Okay. No. John, here's a drill index for this car and a present for your. It'll get you started. You'll need to get some more, but that'll at least be the first step.
Hammer and chisel.
Are we doing woodworking now?
I couldn't find the blowtorch to heat this up to bend it, so I'm gonna spit hot fire on it instead. The game needs change. I'm the motherfucking cashier. And then pinch it so that the thing will never go back in there. So we're gonna pull this one out and put that one in there. Downs ahoy!
All at once.
It's been like an hour, I think.
Something like
probably,
that.
Since the last time we filmed. We've been doing a lot of backwards engineering how Nissans are built. All of the bell housing bolts are done and in. Now we are working on fun stuff like throttle cable, wiring harness. I see John's been doing vacuum lines on stuff that's important. Fuel lines are back on. And every time we plug something else in, there's one less thing to plug in.
I'm willing to bet we get it to the turnkey part and we fire it up, and then we'll have to chase down something stupid like an injector that doesn't fire.
Yeah.
Like a sunk valve.
Oh, well enough.
So that's neutral.
Yeah, throw her in a gear.
Let's hit the starter real fast.
That's a great idea.
Just watch her. We
Yep.
should get fuel spray, out of the top of the car, so no smoking.
Yep. Those spark plugs, funny story, have been in an engine for a year. Have not done even 1/1,000,000th of 1 mile. Actually, you know what?
You pushed it up here.
And we probably just running the starter trying to get the thing to start last year.
Yeah.
Probably more than 1 mile. The engine is totally ready to go.
All right, it's time to start it up. So here we go. Let's see what happens. I fucking knew it, dude. Well, did you guys get all the wiring hooked up?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Oh,
I mean, pretty sure.
Oh, I think I know what's going on. It's time to do this.